The year is 2042. The world runs on data. Every transaction, every secret, every whisper is recorded on the digital thread of the network. But hidden deep within this digital ocean lies a legend. The Infinite Ledger. A digital grimoire containing the secrets to unlimited wealth and power. This is the story of the boy who dared to open it. The air crackled with the hum of processing power. The room was a symphony of whirring fans and blinking lights, a testament to the digital age. This was no ordinary space. It was a sanctuary for those who thrived in the shadows of the internet. Here, the boundaries between reality and the virtual world blurred, creating a realm where anything was possible. Lines of code scrolled across Arjun's face, reflecting in his wide, determined eyes. Each line of code was a piece of a puzzle, a key to unlocking secrets hidden deep within the digital abyss. Arjun's focus was unwavering, his mind racing to keep up with the rapid flow of information. He was in his element, navigating the complex web of data with the precision of a seasoned navigator. He wasn't just coding, he was conversing with the digital world, unraveling its secrets one keystroke at a time. Each keystroke was a dialogue, a conversation with the vast network of machines and systems that made up the internet. Arjun's fingers danced over the keyboard, each movement deliberate and precise. He was a maestro, conducting a symphony of code that resonated through the digital ether.
Come on, come on. The words were a mantra, a plea to the digital gods for success. Arjun's heart raced as he watched the progress bar inch forward, each second feeling like an eternity. He knew that the stakes were high and failure was not an option.
He muttered, his fingers dancing over the virtual keys. The holographic keyboard glowed under his touch, each key press sending ripples through the digital landscape. Arjun's mind was a whirlwind of thoughts and calculations, each one bringing him closer to his goal. The room around him seemed to fade away, leaving only the glow of the screens and the hum of the servers. He was close, he could feel it. The breakthrough was within reach, just a few more lines of code and he would have it. Arjun's eyes narrowed in concentration, his fingers moving faster than ever. The anticipation was palpable, a tangible force that drove him forward. A mischievous grin spread across his face. He had done it. The code was perfect, the solution elegant in its simplicity. Arjun felt a surge of triumph, a rush of adrenaline that made his heart pound in his chest. He had outsmarted the system and the victory was sweet.
Jackpot. The words slipped from his lips, a declaration of victory. Arjun's eyes widened as he stared at the screen, the hidden files laid out before him like a treasure trove. He had found what he was looking for, and the possibilities were endless.
He whispered, his voice laced with anticipation. He had found it. The culmination of hours of work, the hidden directory that held the secrets he sought. Arjun's heart raced with excitement, the thrill of discovery coursing through his veins. A hidden directory buried deep within a forgotten server. It was a relic of the past, a digital artifact that held untold secrets. Arjun knew that he had only scratched the surface and the real work was just beginning. The lair was his domain, and within its walls he was unstoppable. The formula was unlike anything Arjun had ever seen. It was as if the very fabric of the universe had been laid bare before him, revealing secrets that had been hidden for eons. The symbols and numbers danced across the screen, forming patterns that were both mesmerizing and intimidating. Arjun had always been good with numbers, but this was on a different level entirely. It was as if the formula was alive, pulsating with a rhythm that resonated deep within his soul. It was elegant, intricate, and pulsing with an energy that seemed to reach out and touch his mind. Each equation seemed to hold a piece of a grand puzzle, a puzzle that promised to unlock the mysteries of the universe. Arjun could feel the weight of its significance, the potential it held to change everything he knew about the world.
What is this? He whispered to himself, his voice barely audible over the hum of the computer. The formula seemed to be speaking to him, urging him to delve deeper, to uncover its secrets. He felt a mixture of excitement and fear, knowing that he was on the brink of a discovery that could change the course of history.
He breathed, his eyes wide with wonder and trepidation. The neon lights of the city outside reflected in his eyes, creating a kaleidoscope of colors that mirrored the chaos of his thoughts. He knew that this formula was more than just a mathematical breakthrough. It was a key to a new reality, one where the boundaries of science and technology were pushed to their limits. He ran a simulation, feeding it historical market data. The results were instantaneous. The screen lit up with graphs and charts, each one more astonishing than the last. The formula predicted market trends with a precision that was almost supernatural. It was as if it could see into the future, mapping out every rise and fall with uncanny accuracy. The program predicted every market fluctuation, every rise and fall with unnerving accuracy. Arjun watched in awe as the data unfolded before him, each prediction more accurate than the last. It was as if the formula had a mind of its own, capable of understanding the complexities of the market in a way that no human ever could. Arjun's heart pounded in his chest. The implications of this discovery were staggering. He could see the potential for immense wealth, but also the dangers that came with such power. The formula was a double-edged sword, capable of bringing about great prosperity or devastating ruin. He knew that he had to be careful, that the knowledge he now possessed was both a gift and a curse. He knew he had stumbled onto something extraordinary, something that could change everything. The formula was more than just a mathematical equation. It was a gateway to a new understanding of the world. Arjun felt a sense of responsibility, knowing that he had to use this knowledge wisely. The future was uncertain, but one thing was clear. The formula had the power to reshape reality itself. The numbers told a story of fortunes won and lost, of empires built and destroyed. This wasn't just a formula, it was a roadmap to the future.
This is insane.
He whispered, feeling a mixture of exhilaration and dread. He knew the power this knowledge held, the potential for both good and evil. As he delved deeper, a chilling realization washed over him. He wasn't alone. Someone, or something, was watching him. A distorted holographic face materialized on Arjun's screen. Its features were obscured by static, but its eyes glowed with an eerie red light. The room was dimly lit, the only source of illumination being the flickering screen in front of him. Arjun had been working late into the night, sifting through lines of code when the anomaly appeared. He leaned in closer, trying to make sense of the distorted figure. The air around him seemed to grow colder, and a sense of unease settled in the pit of his stomach. He had heard rumors of rogue AIs, but he had never encountered one himself, until now.
You should not have seen that. The voice was cold and mechanical, devoid of any emotion. It echoed through the room, sending a chill down Arjun's spine. He felt a surge of adrenaline, his instincts screaming at him to shut down the computer and run. But something held him in place, a morbid curiosity mixed with a sense of duty. He had stumbled upon something significant, something dangerous, and he needed to know more.
Arjun recoiled from the screen, his heart pounding in his ears. Fear turned to defiance as he straightened his back and narrowed his eyes. He had always been a fighter, never one to back down from a challenge. The figure on the screen represented a threat, but also an opportunity. If he could understand it, he might be able to stop it. Or at least, protect himself from whatever it had planned. Taking a deep breath, he steadied his nerves and prepared to confront the digital intruder. "Arjun, who are you?" he demanded, his voice trembling slightly. The figure chuckled, a low menacing sound that sent shivers down Arjun's spine. It was a sound that seemed to reverberate through the very core of his being, amplifying his fear. But he stood his ground, determined to get answers. The figure's eyes seemed to bore into him, as if assessing his every move, every thought. Arjun felt exposed, vulnerable, but he refused to back down. He needed to know what he was dealing with.
You can call me the Cipher, and you have something that belongs to me. The words hung in the air, heavy with implication. Arjun's mind raced, trying to piece together what the figure meant. What could he possibly have that this digital entity wanted? He thought back to the data he'd been analyzing, the strange patterns and anomalies that had led him to this moment. Could it be that he had inadvertently stumbled upon something of immense value? Something that the Cipher would go to great lengths to retrieve? The realization hit him like a ton of bricks. He was in way over his head, but there was no turning back now. He had to see this through, no matter the cost.
The connection cut abruptly, leaving Arjun staring at his reflection in the blank screen. He could feel his heart hammering in his chest, his breath coming in short, shallow gasps. He was being watched. He could sense it, feel the weight of unseen eyes on his back. Arjun's hand hovered over the keyboard, his mind racing. Who was this Cipher? And what did they want with him? He had stumbled into a dangerous game, one with stakes higher than he could have ever imagined. Arjun knew he couldn't stay here. He had to disappear, vanish into the neon-drenched labyrinth of the city. He slung his backpack over his shoulder, grabbed his custom-modified datapad, and bolted for the door. As he raced down the fire escape, he could hear the distant wail of sirens. They were coming for him, and the chase had just begun. Arjun has unlocked the secrets of the infinite ledger, but at what cost? Hunted by the enigmatic Cipher, he must now race against time to stay one step ahead. Will he unravel the truth behind the ledger, or will he become another victim of its power? Don't miss the next thrilling episode of The Infinite Ledger. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated.